back in those days, my brothers had gone before me, and they were good football players, and so Australia thought, hell, get yourself a uniform coming up for football. And so, I didn't take much coaching for me to get out there, but I was pretty small when I was 7th grade. So, but he got me out and got out and got roughed up a good bit, and got a bit of tiger in me. And so he thought good enough that he'd take me on all the field trips, I think, except one that year. And one game he put me in, and got out to all the big boys, and we were winning the game pretty. So did we, and I got handed for 1 or 2 minutes, I guess, the first year. And the second year, in the 8th grade, I played several games, and then 9th grade, I played 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. I played right through. And he was my inspiration back at that time. We got a coach by the name of Malcolm Akins from Tennessee. I forget, I think he was an All-American. At least he was all Southeast Conference.
I remember reading something about that.
Tennessee. Big, brawny, tough guy. He'd run around the track out here with us, and we would be putting on full steam, and he would run backwards and say, "Come on, catch up with me." Only for a little bit, but then he'd sprint a little bit and run backwards for a bit, sprint and coach us on. But he was mean old boy. He taught us to get out there and slug it out, and if you get in a fight, he says, "I'll be out in the midst of it." And
what would one of his practices have been like? Like, say, like a normal football practice, what would it?
Oh, he had normally blocking and tackling. I hated both of those at practice. I hated to block and I hated to tackle. But I was a good tackler, and my younger brother was the example. He always hurt me a little bit, but Mason, my younger brother, was example. Now, you guys watch Mason because he's the prime. He's the epitome of a good blocker. But Mason was a good blocker and a good football player too, very good football player. But he would get us out blocking and tackling, and of course that exercise when you get out and first in this hot weather and you had nothing but shorts on and you're back on that damn grass out there itching like hell. Oh my, I hated that. The preparation was hell, I thought. But if you wanted to do it, you had to keep it conditioned. I used to get a run every morning for school, and I'd take off. I forgot how far I ran, but I'd run about a mile out, a mile back at least. I guess I'd run out to we call Amos's Corner out there somewhere, and come around back down the road, come back into town, and do a little sprinting on the way. Kept myself in good condition. I prided myself in being in excellent condition. You could tell the difference, you're out there and didn't have the energy and so forth. So I did. I stayed in good condition. Therefore, I played well after I got into the sophomore, junior, and senior years. I started out as a tackle, and then they switched me over to end. I was left end and played that for the last 3 years. But the practice was, I guess, it was different from what you do now, because you have all the paraphernalia here to build your muscles up. I was slow of foot. And if I'd had something back in those days that get me a little bit faster, I could have done a better end. But I did well for my end. I was a very good defensive end and pretty good on offense too. But you have the equipment here today. I think you make better athletes with the equipment you put.
As far as like describe maybe your football outfit, as far as, like, I know y'all's helmets and stuff were different than ours, and that type of thing.
They were quite limber compared to what you have today. They were, they protected us well, though, but the shoulder pads were of pliable leather, with padding underneath them. And occasionally, some people got rib pads, I believe, back in those days. I don't remember wearing a rib pads myself. I got a cracked rib back in those days. I got my head split open one time. And we were playing up at anyhow, one game we played up north of Mobile, but I forget the name of it.
Citronelle?
Citronelle. And raining like hell. We were in the mud and slugging it out, and so So some guy comes across my head with my helmet had got knocked off and sliced a hole in my head. And this was when Coach Knight was Clay Knight was the coach, and he pulled me out for a second. He says, "You aren't bad." He says, "Go back there." So I ended up with an old slice in my head, so long, and had mud in it when I got through, And you didn't feel it. You got him. The juices up, hurt, vanished, really. But the equipment had a lot to be desired in comparison. But the techniques aren't they? We got stuff but you still get hurt. People are tougher today too. I think you have better athletes today than we had back in those days.